Hi guys, this is Dr. Muhammad Osman and I am back with another video on the topic of Train the Trainer Mentor series, and today it is the part 4 of the training series, which is creating the training environment, and that is very important before every training and launching any training session. You should be knowing that what should be in the training room and what kind of things you should be doing. So first of all, if you are giving training in summers, you should be having the air conditioner, and if you are giving in the winters, then you should be have the heating system. So whenever you are going to give training, you should visit the training venue a day before, or you can send your coordinators to check that whether the training venue is comfortable for the people over there or not, because when you will be in the training venue and people will be arriving, then you cannot sort out those things and people will be leaving if the training environment is not good. So you should be working that either that building is not close to the main road, and if it is close to the main road, the room is the soundproof, there are proper lighting, there are proper electric switches, there is proper room temperature, the seating arrangements are good, the audio visual, the projectors, the resources, the material, the charting, everything is working, and you are in a proper position to give and launch that training. Other than that, we need the secondary resources such as water, tea, coffee, snacks or food if you are going to offer to your candidates. So you should be knowing what kind of things you should be offering to them. So you should have all the things in one place, and you should have managed them before the candidates or the training is launched. And even if you are having your own training session or training environment or an office, or if you are giving in a conference, then you should also manage all these things. Other than, you should also manage around what are the other necessary requirements for the trainer and for your candidates who will be there for giving the training. So it is very important that you know about all of these things. So before we start the training, we should be knowing what kind of seating arrangement we should be providing. So number one is the very common which we have in our offices or board of directors. Number two is like the classroom session, and number three is like an arrangement in most of the time, which is a very big environment like in an auditorium or in a university environment or very big halls for giving different lectures. So you can change the seating arrangement for your lecture according to this, and you can choose the better one. The number one is a better one for if you are having the professionals, if you are giving a professional training and you are at the center point. Number two is better if you are giving to the startup trainer or professional in a limited classroom session environment. Number three is good if you have a very bigger audience. So that depends the number of audience you are having in your training session. Also, when you are giving the training, then for the lectures the environment is different. For working groups or for the activities, the environment should be different. So you can have number 4, 5 and 6. Number 4 is like you will be making up different short tables, number working groups, and the working group will be working together on different activities, and you will be monitoring or watching them. In number 5, you will be in the center, and after that the people can go on to the corners and sit over there and work on different items separate from each other, and they should so that they are working on their own things and they are properly working and you can monitor them. In number 6, it is a like of center discussion, like in normal discussion sessions or group sessions. You can sit over the one place and you can make up the circle, and it is called, you can call it a circle approach. So basically it all depends on your training venue, how much space is available to you, and how you can implement these training sessions or seating arrangement. And after that seating arrangement, moving up to the next session, we will be knowing the materials. So first of all, in the very first training I told you that you should know your material, you should be knowing what you are going to deliver. So as a leader or the leader of the training, as a team lead, you should be reviewing your content and modules before giving the training, and you should also give your manual to the people who are attending your training. Also, you should have all the resources needed for the training. You should work on the logistics, that when you will leave the home, when you will arrive the location, and how it will all go, that how much time frame you will giving up on one presentation or on one topic, and what are the pre and post assessments of your training session. So you should be knowing all your training materials, and you should be working on each and everything properly according to your training session. Another important thing is after that is that when you will reach the training session, you have to know your audience. You should be knowing how many people are registered over there, what are their skills and knowledge, what are their education level. Like if they are professionals, then you will be adopting a high level aptitude. If they are the startup, then you can go from the startup thing. So you have to manage according to that. All slides cannot be given to all kind of people. You have to manage and process knowledge according to different participants. You have to visit the training spot, or you have to know from the person who is arranging the training that what are the pre-assessment of that spot and what are the people over there. You can ask questions from that. You have to after that, when the people are arrived over there, people are nervous sometime, you have to reduce the anxiety, you have to make comfortable. So I always say you have to know your participants before you are reaching that location. So it is very important for you. And also you should know that what are the confidentially agreement between you and the training provider. If you are your own training provider, then you will have your own confidentiality agreement with those people who are taking training. So it is not easy for a trainer to get on all those things. So you should work from days before of start of the training. So it is very important for you. So when you have done that, then you can work on the different materials required for the training. You should work on the agenda, and you should also make it. It is very important for you. It should not be like that you should go in the training and then decide how much time I should spend on a training session. You should note your timings, you should know your time, and you should plan accordingly. And also you should have a leader's guide and should review it. It is not necessary to take your leader guide into the presentation session. You should work on the participant workbooks or activity books. You should work and check all the things, sign in sheets and all those things. Basically you have to work on each of the required material, and you have to check them if other people are making them. So it is very important for you that if all the materials are necessary available over there. And some recommended material, I suggested that you should have whiteboard and marker with you. Even if you are going to any training session, you should check that whether the projector is available or not. Most of the time projector is available. You should bring your own laptop, or you can ask them if your desktop is available. You should work on the name tags, certificate of completion, water, tea, coffee, snacks. Basically when you are going over our training session or to a bigger environment, all of these things will be managed by those person who are arranging those training session. But I will always suggest you visit that location before you are going to give training. And it is very important for you to know your training location, and you should be comfortable over there. You should check all those things, and you should not be leaving all those things on other people. So after all these things, when you have got the required material, you have checked the training environment, you should have to take care of the logistics. If you are training as a trainer, arranging the session in a private environment, and if you are working over there, then you have to arrange all those things, and your coordinates have to arrange. If you are going over to a certain organization for giving the training, then it is the priority of those people to bring and give the logistic to the person. They have to work on the participation, transportation. They have to give the direction to the training room. They have to post sign for training if the campus is very big. They have to get your participant contact information to send certificate and many other things. So basically they have to work on all those things if they are giving or you are going to give training session at their location. If you are giving training session at your site, then you have to work on these things on your own. So it is very important for the trainers and for you and for that organization to make sure all the logistics are in good care. And at the end I would suggest that I have an example of an agenda, that all the time you should have an agenda ready, and I have a sample over here. You can make up your agenda according to your training session. Like in this one, 8 a.m. the introduction will start, 8:20 will be workshop, then there will be a break, then there will be a workshop 1 or 2, and similarly like in training sessions, when you are going over first time to a training session, then you should make up the agenda equally and according to your time slot or available to you. So this video was up to here. If you like my video, do visit my YouTube channel, and you can comment and give me feedback for it. And as I told you many times before, you can get any training certificate from our training video channels, and it is a proper authentic certificate. The steps are all follow. And so what you are waiting for? Go today and like and subscribe to my channel and like my videos, and do give me a feedback. Thank you.